How's everybody doing? Did you sleep well? Our runners did, and they were running all night long. This is the second day of the Southern States 200. I'm excited to be here. I'm Alex Morrow. I say the second day. You know, the race started at noon yesterday, so we're not even 24 hours into this event. But it feels like a second day because so much has happened in such a short period of time. It has been a fantastic night of running. The weather was perfect. We had a lot of great reports from the runners and the crews out there, and we'll get to all of that in just a second. But again, I hope you slept well, and I hope your day's off to a great start, whether you're at work or school or sitting at the house on the couch watching this stream. Pretty cool stuff. Before we get to anything, yesterday I told you we had some technical difficulties with our Starlink. For those of you not familiar, Starlink is basically a remote satellite device that provides Wi-Fi to your devices. You can go anywhere with it. It's a really great tool. I'm not going to knock it. When it works, it is beautiful. When it doesn't, it doesn't. So yesterday at the start, we had some satellite technical issues, which created a terrible broadcast. With that said, we did go back and grab a little bit of video of the start, just so you guys can get a good look at it. It's, you know, if you've been to a trail race, a 100-mile race, a 200-mile race, a 50K for that matter, it's not the most epic start. There's not fireworks, there's not fire trucks, there's not thousands of people screaming. And I think that's why I like it, right? It's such a very calm, cool experience. You know, the gun goes off because David Tosh has his old style musket and a boom takes place and you expect the world to go charging out. And they don't. They start ambling off into the distance and they start even walking for that matter. So like I said, if you've been to a start of a race like this, you know what I'm talking about. We do have some video of it. Take a look at it. Let me play this for you and then I'll come right back and we'll talk about how the race is going.
Go Shannon!
All right, so that was the start of the race. You know, the 200 mile does not have 4,000 participants because it's quite the endeavor. It's a huge undertaking, so it takes a very special person to attempt 200 miles. So I think we have right at 50 runners in the race. I'm not really sure how many we have in the 100 miler on Friday when we launch that race. I'll give you a specific number on that one. But, you know, it takes, like I said, a special person to run 200 miles across some of those beautiful terrain you've ever seen. And you saw some of those pictures. You saw Larkin Water standing with this huge vista behind him. That's Johnson Mountain. It's simply gorgeous up there. So, you know, for those of you who are not in the Southeast, the vast majority of this race takes place on the Pinhoti Trail. And I would say it's one of the most beautiful trails in the country and arguably the most, hands down, the best trail in the Southeast. Beautiful, beautiful country, many vistas, waterfalls, really cool trails, a lot of runnable trails, a lot of technical sections, bouldering, up and down mountainsides. So you're going to see a lot of video over the next few days on that trail itself. So really cool stuff. So let's kind of get into a quick update on our leaderboard and see what's transpired over the night. Right now we have Michael Carson, who's back in first place. He and Kyle have been going back and forth over the night, and they seem to be setting this, they seem to be pretty steady right now. There's a pretty good gap right there, but as anyone who's done a massive race like this knows, you go into an aid station, you take a nap for 35 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour, and next thing you know, you're in fourth place. Things change very quickly. Kyle's been running really well. Kyle Wadiak is in second place. Emily Flynn has now entered the picture, and Emily is amazing. She worked at an aid station last year, and I got to hang out with her quite a bit. And she took a very conservative start yesterday, but she seems to be really picking the pace up, and she's moved into third place overall. Erica Notini is still in there. She's still crushing it. She's in fourth place. And then Justin Hitchcock is still in the running in fifth place as well. Like I said, we're almost halfway for some of these folks. When you get into a race of this distance, the field will spread out pretty dramatically. And I'm going to run through the leaderboard very quickly, and you'll have to bear with me. I'm just going to read them off to you. But I'm also going to give you some distances occasionally to show you what I'm talking about. So we have Michael Carson in first place. Michael Carson is at 92.4 miles. Kyle, who actually was in front of Michael yesterday for a little while, is now in second place at 82.5 miles. So we're talking 10 miles difference all of a sudden. Erica is now in third place. Oh, my leaderboard was wrong. Look how quickly this changed, guys. Let me go back to my leaderboard. So I had Erica in fourth place just 15 minutes ago. Now Emily's in fourth place. Love how things move. So Erica and Emily are obviously running close together. The tracker says there's about a half mile to a mile separating them, but that could be a margin of error, so they could be right next to each other for all we know. And then we have Thomas Noonan in fifth at 71 miles. And then let's just kind of go through this. We have Sarah Wallace, Adam Junska, Justin Hitchcock, Mike Rays, Mark Damveld. Mark Damveld is at 68 miles. So you're now starting to see that gap. We're now talking almost 20 miles between first and Mark. Larkin Waters is at 68 miles. Shannon Ellis is at 68 miles. Kenneth Andrus, Sean Camfield, Ben Hood, Alexa Hasman, Ken Walters, Jennifer Smithson, Andrew Barney, Josiah Dutcher, Chad Ward, Ian Krinsky, he's at 58.9 miles. Again, giving you a breadth of the field and how far back it goes. Troy Nixon, Ben Woodard, Mark Porter, Jeffrey Wolf, Robin Beeren, Kayla Fitzgerald, Victoria Kendra, Chris Osgo, Guy Brulette, John Gamble, Tony McCartney, Tracy Keaton, Walter Hanluser. He's now at 51.7 miles. And then we have Brittany LaPointe, also at 51.6 miles. So the field has already narrowed a little bit. We had several no starts. We've already had one or two people drop. I'll get you those names a little bit later. But yeah, so first place right now is at 92.4 miles. And the back is at 51. So that's how big of a gap we have. It will get bigger as the race goes on. And you will see, yesterday we talked about how groups will stay together. It's motivating. You're out there in the woods by yourself for long stretches of time. And if you can latch on to a group or with another person for a little while, it's very motivating, gives you something to talk about, take some pressure off of you as well, especially if you're not leading. You can kind of follow somebody along for a while. So good stuff. What are they experiencing out there? Well, right now, we're looking at, sunrise this morning was 35 degrees. It's currently about 40, but today it's going to warm up a little bit. It's going to hit 68 degrees. This is the start of the warming. This weekend, when these guys and gals get into Alabama, the high is going to be 78, 80 degrees. As a runner, that's not something you usually want to see. It will make the nighttime running really enjoyable, but the daytime can get a little bit hot. So we'll keep an eye on the weather for sure. We had a great start yesterday. Today looks like it's going to be fantastic running. As we heat up as the weekend goes on, we'll keep an eye on that for sure, because people will have to be much more mindful of their hydration, their nutrition, taking care of themselves, taking care of their body. One of the things I love about Southern States 200 is the aid stations are some of the best aid stations I've ever seen. So when it does start heating up, our aid stations will have ice cubes and we'll have cold water and cold tailwind. So we understand what it's all about. And another great thing about this event is when you walk into those aid stations, every single one of those people have run some type of big trail race before, so they know what's happening, right? There's nothing worse rolling into an aid station needing to repair a shoe, or you have bad chafing and they don't have what you need there to fix it. So Southern States doesn't have that problem. So I'm pretty excited about that. So that's what's happening today. We talked about the weather. And just so you understand how these updates are going to work, the 9:30 update is going to be usually pretty quick. Just kind of a recap of the night. I was out there shooting video all last night in the dark. I will have that video ready for you in the subsequent updates later today. At 1:30 p.m. today, we'll have another update. That'll be a little bit longer than this update, but not by much. Just kind of a, hey, here's what's happening through the morning. The big update every day will be that 6:30 p.m. update, because that'll be a really good snapshot of the whole day. What's taken place? Has there been any updates on the runners? Has there any injuries? Who's in the lead? Who's not in the lead? What can we expect on the weather? We'll talk about the new course. Tonight we'll have maps for you guys to actually take a look at things. In the scheme of things, we're still really early in this race. We have a long way to go. The runners are not even to the Alabama state line yet. For those of you who are following and not familiar, it starts in Mill Creek, which is right outside of Dalton, Georgia. They traverse through the Pinhoti towards Alabama, but it'll take them, I expect some of these folks will probably be into Alabama midday today. The back of the pack will probably be there late tonight, I would say. So a long way to go. They're making great progress. So far, so good. And one last thing two last things. One, I had somebody say, hey, I didn't see the broadcast last night, and they wanted to see the video of some folks running. If you've watched it, here's a little tip for you guys. When you go to YouTube and type in Resolute Running, you go to our page. If you click on the live button, you can see the past shows. You can see all the past live hits. So if you want to go back and watch something, feel free. For today, I'm going to air this little piece that we aired yesterday, which is just some runners on the course. But in the future, I'm just going to recommend you go back to the other, because we're going to try to keep producing more information. I don't want to bog down the show too much. I know you guys are busy. You got work, school, and everything else. So take a look at this, and I'll be right back with one more slide to give you some useful information. Let's go, Michael. Nice work, dude. About a mile and a quarter to the aid station. Nice work. Looking good, man. Good. How about you? About a mile and a quarter to the first aid station. What's up, Larkin? How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. Y'all keep it up. You're looking good. What's going on, my man? Looking strong. Keep it up. What's up, guys? Woohoo! About a mile to the first aid station. Work. It wouldn't be the first time. Nice work. Got less than a mile to the aid station. Absolutely. I bet. friend? Good. How are you doing? Less than a mile to the aid station. Yeah, that's it. Enjoy that downhill. Enjoy that downhill.
Sometime tomorrow on Friday. I know you. We're all doing this. I always said you guys are close.
We are here at the Snake Creek Aid Station. We have runners coming in. I'm standing here with Colette.
Hey, nice job.
So Colette, when this guy comes in, what can they expect at his aid station at Southern States 200?
Yeah, so we have a smorgasbord full of stuff. So I have hot food here. I have cheese and chicken quesadillas, chocolate chip cookies. We have to-go bags if anybody wants any to go. So Skittles, chips, M&Ms, and Easter Bunny gummies. We have bananas, pickles, peanut butter and pretzels, oranges, peanut butter and jelly, tailwind, and water.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So as the temperatures drop, is there a lot of hot food available?
Yes, there will be. So this aid station closes at 6. So anything that anybody wants, we can cook for them. No problem.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And so far, so good in the race?
So far, so good. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome. See ya.
So there you have it. That was just a quick video of a few runners from yesterday. We'll have a lot more of that over the coming days, and we have some great video from last night that we're going to put together for you later today. So last thing I'm going to leave you with, and again, I promised you I'd be brief, and here I am still talking. This one quick little slide, just useful info. So we have asked all of our runners, and we're asking all of you, if you're out there on the course, if you're a crew, and if you take a picture or you have any type of video and you're putting it on social media, use the hashtag SS200. We are harvesting some of that video. We're trying to use it for playback in our shows. For after the race, we'll put together a video talking about the event, and we'll use it there as well. And then if you're curious about where I'm getting all the information on the leaderboard, you can visit that website, www.trackleaders.com, and click on Southern States 200 2026, and it'll give you the leaderboard, and it's fantastic. I said yesterday that it is one of the most accurate trackers you can have. It's a satellite tracker. Everyone wears it on their pack. They try to keep it as high up on their shoulder as possible so they keep a good signal with satellites, and it updates almost continuously. It's a fantastic resource. Check it out, trackleaders.com. And then for those of you who will be joining us for the 100 miler or who will be crewing or watching your friends, that race starts Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern. So that will add in a whole new batch of folks. And for a lot of the 200 milers, it's kind of nice to have someone who's fresh and ready to go. And, just it gives you that new energy to keep you moving. So that is it. That is our morning update. It is 10 till top of the hour. Our runners are still moving. We're going to head back out on the course, catch up to a few of them, go to some different aid stations, get out to some different landmarks, show you guys some really pretty country out there. But before I go, we want to thank our sponsors. Topo Athletic has stepped up huge this year. If you're not familiar with Topo, they make some of the coolest running shoes out there. They came into the market a few years ago, and I remember thinking, I've never heard of these people, and it's amazing that they've kind of taken the market by storm now. So if you love a quality run shoe, they're making trail running shoes, they make road running shoes. They've done a really good job, and they seem to be catering to the runners' needs, and they're taking their feedback. So check them out. I think you would really enjoy them. We also want to thank Mountain High Outfitters. They've been a long-time supporter of the Southeastern Trail Runs as well as Southern States. And of course, Resolute Running. We are so excited to work with David Tosh and all of his projects, and Southern States is just becoming this massive entity, and we're glad that we were here from the beginning. That's all I have for today. Again, I'm Alex Morrow. We're at the Southern States 200. This is our 9:30 a.m. update, and we will see you guys at 1:30 p.m. today. It'll be a quick update. I'll be out on the field somewhere. It'll be down and dirty, but it will give you at least a good sense of what's going on. Until that update, we'll talk to you then.